This episode of the Still Unnamed podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/TSUP.
And now, it's the Still Unnamed podcast with your hosts, Pete and Mark.
Hey kids, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Still Unnamed podcast. I'm Pete Salas along with
the Mark with the mouth.
The Mark with the mouth, the Deadpool reference, right?
Yeah.
How you doing, man? Welcome back.
Horror reference. I should have thought of that. I did not.
The Mark with the mouth. Oh my god, yeah, that's how you're known on I don't know. The streets. I was gonna say 6th Street too. Why? That's in Austin. That doesn't have like a.
I said 16th.
Oh,
that seems like a slutty
16th Street.
I don't know.
No, like in McAllen, it was 17th Street was where all the whores hung out.
You mean me and my crew?
Yeah, Mark with
squad.
the mouth. Squad goals. Well, welcome back. We're doing this for the 3rd week in a row.
Pew pew.
Yep.
That's my guns because I'm a mercenary.
Mercenary. Yep. Okay. Well, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. Should we say what day it is?
It is currently, we're recording this on Sunday, meaning it is Happy Father's Day.
Father's
to everybody.
Day.
Happy
F. That's an F.
I thought you were like
Culo.
Yes, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there and soon-to-be fathers, and those of you who are just practicing being fathers. You know what I mean?
Get it.
Yeah.
Get it. Mark with the mouth.
We're actually going to have the kids on in just a little while, so stay tuned for that. We're going to have a little preschool, pre-TSUP interlude or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I should have thought that one out.
You sold the shit out of it.
I should have, this is why professionals make notes before they go on the air. But
you always talk about notes and you never have notes.
Because I'd always forget. I always forget. Besides, you kind of just threw this at me. You're like, should we record? Yeah, I guess. So that's the pre-planning that goes into these shows.
You're saying it as if we had recorded later, you would have had notes.
I might have been a little bit more prepared.
You would have been less prepared. I think so.
It is Sunday morning.
I think the house would have been hotter.
It is Sunday morning. I just woke up and had some breakfast.
Yep.
Did you cook or who cooked?
I prepared the waffles.
Yes. Mark made waffles. Mark with the mouth made waffles for the tummy. And some hash browns and some bacon and whatnot. All things that I should not be eating, but I ate them anyway because you know why? It's Father's Day.
YOLO.
Fuck it. So we're gonna have the kids on in a little bit, but for now, let's talk some current events. What is happening in the world? Terrible things. Really
sad things. Yeah. So I'd rather talk about being fathers.
Okay, let's talk about being fathers then.
How do you like being a father, Pete?
I love it. Hold on. Let me think about that because that's a loaded question.
What? The answer is always, whether it's true or not, it's the best.
Well, that's the common misconception is that it's not the best. It really is not the best.
It has its ups and downs.
It does have its ups and downs. I mean, it's mostly good, but sometimes it's like, oh, dang.
That sucks.
Yeah, like I just got shit on, or thrown up on. And of course, I'm talking about back when he was more of a baby.
Yeah, but, I hope he doesn't shit on you when he's 8. You just wake up and he just
accidents
has his ass in front of you.
Accidents happen, you know what I'm saying?
Has he shit his pants?
No, not in a very long. I'm going to say about 4 years.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, he's rocking I think it was a nice 4-year-old turd that slipped one by.
He just shook it out of his pants.
Yeah, we were somewhere and it was like, Dad, I have to go to the bathroom. Okay, you can hold it. Dad, I don't need to go to the bathroom anymore. Oh man. Okay. Well, anyway, what about you, man?
I honestly, I love it.
You've been a father for 4 years now?
Yeah, 4.5. It's probably my favorite.
Really?
Like the highs
you're like
are just
really
so
good
high.
at it.
I thank you.
You really are, and I think it's because you do have the mind of a child. It's almost like an I Am Sam situation happening. So pretty soon they're going to outgrow you, and you might get them taken away from you.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah. So
because even when I was growing up, I think, I don't know if related to children is the right way to say it, but I'm going to say that because I just like the way children are. They're fun, they're silly. Yeah. And like as a teenager and a young adult, it's kind of like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just using my imagination that this box is an airplane and I'm flying.
Right. But you're like 22 and that doesn't go over as well with conventional, society.
Which is why I guess I went to theater, because everybody's like,
that's a good point.
Yeah, that is an airplane.
Right, I can make mine better. And then all of a sudden there's 4 guys in boxes going, ooh.
And we were carrying our boxes and we're like, that's shooting. We're shooting our bullets.
You gotta shake it. Right, because it's heavy artillery.
But yeah, and they have great imaginations. They love to play. Sometimes they love to play too much. Mm-hmm. And I think that's my problem.
That you get worn out, or
I'm like, I don't have the energy that I had before I had kids,
right? Because
now I have kids,
right?
And they just suck the soul out of you.
Exactly. Thank you for going negative a little bit, because you made me look like an asshole. Because I'm like, well, it's not that great, and you're like, I love children. So yeah,
they're the best.
Yeah, they're fabulous. So go back and tell us. I mean, what are some of the bad things, I guess, about being a father?
Well, like. One thing that is very apparent for is that they are so different. Like, all children are different. You hear that all children are different, but I didn't realize how different one child to the next would be.
Oh, I see. Like personality wise?
Exactly.
Right.
Like Harley and Dexter are completely different, like in every sense of the way.
Okay.
Word?
Every sense of the word, yeah.
Every sense of the thing.
Yes.
They are completely different. She's very outgoing. She's very energetic. He's very clingy and very reserved. Mm-hmm. And he's...
So he is my sister and she is you.
If I was me at my purest, yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm very reserved around strangers.
But
around also, people that I know.
You're also very outgoing. And I've seen your Snapchats.
They're pretty good.
You know what? You draw really well on Snapchat.
Thank you.
I have to give you that. I thought they were like filters, but you draw like whole scenarios and shit behind you.
I get really bored during like weather and during when I'm writing audio for the Spanish side. So I'm like, I'm going to take a picture and then I'm just going to draw something ridiculous.
Right.
I don't know what you're referencing.
And you drew like a whole, like a whole...
Oh, when I was a pirate?
Pirate, yeah. I was saying like a palm tree and shit and a bird and stuff like that or something like that.
I took a picture of myself and I was like, I'm going to draw an eye patch and I'm going to draw a hook and a whole outfit and I'm going to draw the background and a sun. And
right. You have a lot of time on your hands, apparently. But
Mark Saavedra.
Mark Saavedra. Well, speaking of which, let's throw it back to last week. We had Mr. Tony Saavedra on, and we got a lot of positive feedback. He got a lot of he shared it with all his artist friends. So I got all these artist people like saying, "Hey, cool, man, cool, the good show," and just it was a whole different side of people. We usually get the wrestling fans and like the comic geeks and all the movie buffs.
And my mom.
And your mom is a big fan. But
I would appreciate less cussing. But great show, boys. Is that how my mom talks at all?
I don't think that's how she talks. But we had a bunch of the more artistically inclined people, say that was a lot of people. I guess hadn't seen the artwork until we made. Prominently featured it or whatever. So everyone, 100% positivity on it, and everyone thinks we look cool. And one of the things that he shared off mic, or was it off mic? I don't recall if it was off mic or not, but that he already got some commission work off of
I think it was off mic.
Us mentioning him. So that's pretty cool. We've already paid off. I mean, we've already sold more than audibletrial.com/TSUP.
Go there, get a free audiobook. Have you done that? Don't even answer that.
No.
Oh God, Pete. I did it a year ago.
Can you do it like every year?
No, you can use it once per Amazon account.
What if you create new email addresses?
We can't talk about that.
Why not?
That's probably
does it void
not illegal.
Our contract with them?
I being the lawyer at TSUP, I can say that I didn't read the contract. And I'm making a lot of assumptions.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Take my ass to court, Amazon.
Yeah.
Bring your drones in, carry me. But yeah, the word around the street at work was he did a really good job too. And one of my boss, in fact, who listens to the podcast on occasion, he said it would be very cool if we could have him draw on the podcast. Like how we were talking off mic.
Oh, yes. He does it like live.
Like a live sketch or draw.
Right.
And we interview him or talk a little bit more, shoot the shit. So I would like to do that in the future.
Okay. Well, he's currently in Houston right now. He's spending this weekend in Houston at the big Comic Palooza. He's got a table out there. So, I mean, that's pretty cool, man. That's the kind of the life. You know what I'm saying? Like you just kind of travel the con circuit. Mm-hmm. You sell your artwork. You eat a burrito. You come home. I mean, that seems like the perfect way to live. If you weren't a father, of course. Yeah. Which I mistakenly thought that he was a father and he wasn't. And we also assumed, based on the story he told, that he was still married. He isn't. No. So there's a couple of little faux pas we had last week. But overall...
We can go into the details next time we interview him.
Yeah, we're going to have him back because he was a fun guy and he kind of gelled with us. He was cool. And
fit in nicely.
So we'll definitely have him back on soon. So last week also, one of the other comments there goes the air. Sorry. One of the other comments that I got was about the way I started the show with kind of on a down note. Yeah. So I would like to touch upon that and get your opinion on it. We kind of had a little discussion at the breakfast table. Surprisingly, that came out of nowhere. My father wanted to talk about the issue with gun control. Of course, I'm referencing the tragedy in Orlando. Mm-hmm. But what is your take on that, Mark?
It breaks my heart. Like it made me legitimately sad. Uh-huh. And I feel like there's too much discussion and not much action going on. Uh-huh. I think nobody is doing anything about what the problem may or may not be, despite what your views or opinions are. I think that there definitely is an issue that needs to be addressed, and no one is acting on it. We're not even reacting to the situation. Okay. Because there's just been so many shootings. Right. And just there's nothing getting done. And it just makes me so sad and it breaks my heart. And I feel like my opinion is my opinion. And if you have a different opinion, that is completely fine. You're able to have your opinion the way I'm able to have my opinion. That's what makes America so great. My opinion is there needs to be stricter regulations. Okay. I feel the NRA, they have a stronger voice than they should have in Congress. Okay. I think they're in too many people's pockets. Okay. Right. They're not even thinking rationally, in my opinion. They're just focused on, if you restrict us at all in any way whatsoever, that is an attack on us, and we will see negative things happen in our pocketbooks. Right. Which isn't what it should boil down to. And money, and it shouldn't be everything. And it feels like that's all people care about is money. And these are people's lives. There are people that are no longer with us because of horrific tragedies that happen just way too often. Right. And I think I'm getting super emotional, and I'm sorry, but it's because I work in news and I see it all the time, and I'm so sick of seeing it. Just it's like every 2 months or something, there's another shooting that happened, and Obama comes out, and you can tell he's frustrated. And I know there are people that are saying like, oh, he's faking it or anything. You can have your opinions on him, but I genuinely feel that he cares about people. He doesn't care about what you think about him. He doesn't care about what you say behind his back. He's just so sick of going to grieving families and saying, I'm sorry.
Right.
Anyways, that's how I feel.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I'm just so fucking sick of it, dude.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's because I was thinking about it a few weeks ago. You're not only ending the life of the person that you've murdered, you've ended everything that person will become, all the lives that person could have changed, and all the lives that person could have created.
Right.
I was listening to a podcast about a person who was interviewing his mom, and his mom had an accident where I think she fell and a bottle broke into her chest. She was carrying bottles, and it pierced her, and she almost died. But there were some American GIs. This was in Italy. Some American GIs that found her, and they rescued her, and they took her to a hospital, mm-hmm. and luckily she survived. And he said, had those people not have been there, maybe you wouldn't have been here, and maybe I wouldn't have been here. Mm-hmm. And that just speaks to me, because let's say my father had passed away, then I wouldn't be here.
Right.
Or let's say someone else's parents. You're stopping a whole lineage.
Right.
By taking one life.
True. Very true.
So
it's terrible.
Yeah, that's why I kind of didn't want to talk about it. It hurts me, because there's so many people that are closed-minded, and they feel like one regulation that was pushed out there that I agree with is I forgot what it's called, like no fly, no gun or something like that.
Okay.
Where if you are on a terror watch list, you shouldn't be able to get a gun.
Okay.
That seems like it's common sense.
Because if you are on the terrorist watch list, you can't fly anywhere either.
Yeah.
Right? You're on like the no-fly list.
Exactly.
So there should be like a no-gun list if you're on that same list.
Exactly.
Okay.
That gentleman was on the FBI's radar
mm-hmm.
for such a long time, and he was still able to go and purchase a weapon. I don't recall whether or not he was off of the no-fly list by the time he purchased a gun, mm-hmm. but the fact that he was on that list should have raised flags, and he shouldn't have been able to buy all the things that he bought 2 weeks before he committed this heinous act.
Right. Yeah.
It just seems like that's common sense. And then the NRA says, well, that puts out a lot of law-abiding American citizens from buying a gun.
Okay.
There's gonna be some repercussions, but I mean, to be safe, to stop all these massacres from happening, I think that's a small price to pay.
Yeah. But
whatever. That's what I think. Mark with the mouth. How are you doing, Pete?
I'm doing okay, man. I can't expand on that or add to it or debate you on anything, because that's pretty much how I feel too. It's just I hate the fact that it has become so commonplace that it sounds shitty, but like by next week we're gonna forget about it. You know, there's gonna be something else that takes precedent, and it's gonna be some other media news blitz that's gonna mm-hmm. make us forget that 49 people died 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
But and that's
for no other reason than they were gay.
Right. That's the worst part about it, is that it was completely hate inspired, and
I don't even genuinely feel that it was a terrorist act, because he was pledging ties to ISIS, but then he was also pledging ties to the Boston Marathon bombers, who have no relation to ISIS. Mm-hmm. I think he just wanted to fuck shit up,
right? And
also be like, "Oh yeah, I'm with ISIS also."
But was that really true? Was he really?
I don't think he was with ISIS.
No, I'm saying, like, did he even pledge allegiance to them at all?
Yeah, he did. I think he said it in one of the 911 calls, or when he was talking to the police, but he did pledge allegiance to ISIS. But I genuinely think ISIS didn't even know of the guy
Right.
until then, and they were like, "Yup,
let's do it."
He was us."
But yeah, I mean, shit. There was actually a local Valley guy who was over there.
Yeah,
he was from. The only reason I know about him before the names were released was because a girl that I used to work with was really good friends of his, and she posted like in the 24 hours after it happened, like, you know, Frank, right? His name is Frank.
Yes, I believe so.
Frank hasn't been heard from. Pray for Frank, and that's the first time I was like, oh shit, there was someone from here involved over there, and unfortunately, he was one of the 49. So anyway, but it's a shitty thing that I can't even. I mean, I think you said it perfectly. You summed it up.
Thank you.
It's terrible.
It's a sad tragedy, but
it's one of those things, man, that you can't. There's no coming back from that. We can just move forward.
There's nothing we can do to change what has happened, but we can change what will happen.
Right. Exactly. I agree.
You know who can change the future is our children, because our children are the future.
Children are the future, and that is a perfect segue.
I'm like, oh, we got to steer this fucking ship.
Well, I mean, I think it's important on Father's Day for us to recognize how we are blessed and how it can go away very quickly.
Yeah.
And you know, the easiest way for parents to take a step back and after the pressures of adulthood and work and relationships and everything crushes you, the easiest way to bounce back is to look down and look at your children and say that, you know what, this is why. Mm-hmm. This is why I do it, basically. Yeah. So on that note, why don't we switch it over and let's go talk to the kids.
Yeah, let's go.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, let's talk. Ready? Go.
Hello.
Hello. Say hello, Harley.
Hi. Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good.
How are you, Dexter?
Good.
Did you guys eat breakfast today?
Yeah.
What did you have for breakfast?
Waffles. Waffles.
Did you guys enjoy breakfast?
Yes.
What do you like to do, Harley?
I like to watch my iPad.
You like to watch your iPad? What do you like to do, Dexter?
Watch TV.
You like to watch TV? What do you like to watch on TV?
Uh-oh.
You like to watch Teletubbies?
Yeah.
Harley, what do you like to watch?
YouTube.
What's your favorite thing to watch on YouTube?
Games.
What kind of games?
Cookies Roll Tea games.
What does she do?
She plays Minecraft.
Hey, Harley, aren't you going to go to school soon?
Yeah.
What grade are you going to?
I think first grade.
I think you're going to kindergarten.
Yeah, kindergarten. Daddy?
Yes, my love.
When I'm a grown-up, I have to work.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
Work.
Where do you want to work?
At Mommy's school.
What does Mommy do?
Mommy teaches little kids.
Do you like little kids?
Yeah, I get to play with them. Headphones.
Headphones, yeah. Dexter, do you like to do anything?
Yeah.
What do you like to do? You want to take off your headphones?
Yeah. Okay. You know what I like to do?
What do you like to do, Harley?
I like to play with my Disney princesses.
What do you do with Disney princesses?
Play with them.
How?
That's how. Why?
Why?
Because I like playing with them.
But what do you play?
Disney princesses.
But how do you play? Do they go on adventures?
No, they just stay home.
Oh, okay.
But when I want to play with my stockings and my,
Wait, what are Shopkins?
stockings are fake groceries that have faces.
Faces?
Uh-huh.
Like what?
They're like, they're like sparklings, but they don't live at the sea. They live at the small mart.
The small mart?
Uh-huh.
Is that like Walmart?
Yeah, but it's a different kind of store.
What do they have at that store?
The stockings that I have,
What kind of Shopkins do you have?
cheeky chocolate.
Cheeky chocolate?
These headphones are too big.
Oh, I'm sorry, my love. You can put your hat back on if you want. Dexter, you ready?
Yeah.
5 little monkeys jumping on the
Big.
one. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said... What did the doctor say, Dexter?
No more monkeys. Mama?
What?
Mama? No more monkeys. Jumping on the bed.
That was a good story. Okay. Say bye, Dexter.
Bye, Dexter.
What? Say bye, Harley.
Bye.
Here we are, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm here along with the one, the only Mr. Quentin Cash Salas. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very good. I have a lot of things to talk about, and it's I know we have a short episode, so let's get right to it. And people, I just love talking with my dad, so let's get right to it.
Okay. What do you want to talk about real quick? Well, it's a Father's Day episode, that's why I brought you on.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is it like to be my son?
It's wonderful, it's great, and it's everything I dreamed about. It's awesome, and...
Are you being sarcastic?
No!
Okay, I'm just curious. I just want to make sure.
I'll never be sarcastic about my dad. I just love him so much. I love to play with him, video games. I love to talk with him. I love to listen to music with him or watch TV with him.
Uh-huh.
And me and my dad just have a lot of things in common.
Yes, we do. There's a lot of cool things that you and I do together, and I love doing it, with you. And you're my boy. You're my baby boy, and I love you very much. And I know that you've been wanting to be on the podcast for a while now, and we haven't made time, and there's just been other things, scheduling conflicts and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you're on now, and I know that people love to hear you on here. So, just real quick, what's on your mind?
A lot of things, like what's going on in wrestling, what kind of movies there are, how we're gonna spend our Father's Day, and you people might be jealous, but we got a whole box of cherry pie.
I'm sure there are a lot of people that are jealous about that. Tonight is Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
What's happening on Money in the Bank?
Money in the Bank, if you didn't know, AJ Styles, he competed in TNA, Japanese wrestling, and he competed all over the world. So in the Royal Rumble, and so he on number 3, he just came out, and the whole arena and my whole house was just like on fire, and it was so electrifying. Mm-hmm. And now Styles is with the Bullet Club. Bullet Club is like Styles, AJ Styles, like bodyguards. A Bullet Club used to be Finn Balor's bodyguards, but Finn Balor's in NXT right now. So yeah, but AJ Styles, he's with the Bullet Club, and AJ Styles is having this feud with John Cena. Mm-hmm. And if you didn't know, Cena came back too.
Right. There's been a lot of stuff happening in wrestling, and I haven't been keeping up with it.
So
I know that Styles and the Bullet Club got back together. I know that they're fighting John Cena.
Yeah.
Who's the champion right now?
WWE?
Yes.
Intercontinental champion. No, WWE World Heavyweight Champion is Reigns.
Roman Reigns is still the champion?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, he's been the champion for a while now.
Like a year.
And who's going up against him?
Seth Rollins. This was one of the best comebacks in the world. Seth Rollins coming back. He was
coming back from a knee injury.
Yeah,
right.
he hurt his knee because I think Kane. People told me it was Kane who hurt his knee very bad. Mm-hmm. And so if your child needed to go to bed, after that pay-per-view Roadblock, that's fine with me. But like, if you don't know, people, Rollins came back at the end of the pay-per-view. I'm sorry if you missed it, but it was awesome. And now Rollins is, because the Shield, Rollins is having this feud with Roman Reigns. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so AJ Styles is gonna go against John Cena today at Money in the Bank, and yeah, that's gonna be very good. Mm-hmm. And the Bullet Club, Mr. McMahon said they can't come, but I think they're really gonna come. Really? Okay. So, and then the Money in the Bank match.
The ladder match.
Mm-hmm. It's, I think, 8 contenders. Six.
Okay.
And it's those 6 compete. They have to climb up a ladder about 8 feet in the air, and they have to retrieve the briefcase. And the briefcase has a contract inside. Will declare the shot for a world heavyweight championship or whatever. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Okay.
But if you guys remember Dean Ambrose,
right?
You guys remember Dean Ambrose and the Shield. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose. So now, Dean Ambrose said on Raw what I caught on Hulu. I watched that pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. And Dean said to both of them, what if I won the Money in the Bank champ briefcase and I cashed it in on both of you and I won the World Heavyweight Championship? So if Dean wins, he will cash it on. Mm-hmm. Seth and Rollins.
That same night.
Wow,
that's good. Sounds like it's going to be awesome tonight, live on the WWE Network, right?
And also, if you guys remember, LeBron James and Steph Curry and LeBron James. It's the NBA championships today. And at night, this is the last game of NBA ever. So whoever wins gets the cup and wins the whole season. It's either Golden State Warriors with Steph Curry the best in their team, or the Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron James. And
wow. And that's Curry happening tonight too?
Yeah, Curry and LeBron is just like if they were in the brawl, they'll kill each other.
It's sad that you know more about sports than I do. It's crazy. You're a big sports fan. Mm-hmm. You like basketball, football, everything, right? Mm-hmm. That's really good. That's really cool. And how are you enjoying your summer so far? I think that means he likes it.
It's awesome!
Okay.
I love it. And it's awesome because I've been waiting like almost a year for this moment for flag football. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. But finally it came. But sadly, on like the 3rd practice, I tore my rib. And that sucks.
You just like you pulled a muscle or you stretched a little bit too far, so you had to rest out a little bit. But so, you're ready to come back and hit it hard this coming week, right?
Next week.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And it's gonna be awesome. So yeah.
Well, cool. This is always a pleasure to have you on the show with me whenever we do something like this. And especially today because it is Father's Day, and I was lucky enough to be woken up this morning with the shouting of "Happy Father's Day, Daddy!" and making like a crazy face hovering over me. I could not have I wouldn't have started this day any other way. So I was very happy that you're here with me, that you're on the show with me, that you're part of this special Father's Day episode.
Well, one thing I just want to say to you, Dad, I love you and happy Father's Day.
Thank you, son. I love you very much, too. We'll have you on the show again soon, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. Those were our babies.
I love them.
Love them to death.
They're great.
They remind us of days gone past and future happiness to come.
Are you just naming X-Men titles?
Yes, I am. They remind us of Days of Future Past. And the House of M, Age of Apocalypse.
And of course, Wolverine Origins.
But yes, so wrapping it up, hit the music.
I think you're probably wrong.
I might be wrong, but anyway, love that tune. Want to thank everybody for joining us. Happy Father's Day once again. This is obviously it's coming out Tuesday after Father's Day. But nonetheless, this was a special Father's Day episode. We're a couple days late, but that's how we do things here. And, since this is coming out on Taco Tuesday, that means tomorrow, Wednesday, I want to say a very, very happy birthday to my love, my darling, Jamie. Happy birthday. So that's it.
Happy birthday, Jamie.
Yeah. I lost my train of thought there for a second.
Because you're so in love.
Because I'm so in love. Special thanks to our sponsor, Chico's Bail Bonds. And on behalf of myself, I'm Pete Salas, along with
Mark with the mouth, parenthesis, not a sex thing.
Have yourselves a very, very happy Taco Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.